As a designer, I do lots of very broad-based work. The assignments change, so the way I think about working changes. As a painter, I do a very narrow thing that I try to evolve. They sort of balance each other.
I think the most important thing is to keep making things, and that in the process of doing that, you make discoveries. But it's the ability to keep moving that keeps you moving. Usually, I'm looking for some kind of hook or idea that strings the thing together visually. It's sort of nice. I think the other one is too light. Emergency response is going to be better for that, and then you can make it a little bit smaller and you're there. Most of my work is typographically based, so I'll look for a way to manage the typography. I began working on the Citibank identity, and during the week it absorbed so much of what I was doing. You know, I missed the craft of making things. I use handwriting as a tool when I want to convey something that's personal. The maps started as these small illustrations, kind of fractured charts I was doing. They were jokes. I realized the scale would change them, where that if they became big, they would start to become something else. And then later somebody says, oh, you misspelled blah, blah, and I say, so what? You know, it's not like a map. It's a painting. There's nobody here, you know, up here. There's nobody, there's me and there's Seymour, and, you know, sometimes the dog creates some havoc. There really isn't a lot to interrupt me unless it comes from New York. In New York City, I'm continually interrupted. Interruption is part of the creative process. The interruption sort of fuels the work. In the early 80s, after I started my own business, Silas asked me to design a poster. I really began to view the subways as my gallery. You need something of enormous power and scale, like subtlety doesn't work in the subway at all. The Art Is poster was designed to be interactive, and it was. People were supposed to write their own names on it or whatever they thought art was, and they did. The words were really the response, and it was just a list of people I admired, and it went on forever. SVA is a place that teaches you to not just be a professional, but be a professional with an art bent, that you challenge the way people see is part of the makeup and the spirit of the school. That's what's most important, is to put yourself in a position, sort of a free fall, where you're in the act of making and you let go of preconceived notions and you begin to solve things in some unusual way.